Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been roughly more than a year, to be honest. I know I've spent, I think, a year and a half now. I haven't uploaded on my channel, and it's mainly because of so many factors, and we'll get into those factors later down the video. But I'm just here to tell you guys that I am back after 1 year. Woo-hoo! It's been 1 year, and I'm a little bit nervous, sitting in front of the camera again after like such a long period of time, and I have to make content again. Like, I can't lie, I've missed making content, and yeah, I've gotten so many questions as to when are you gonna be back on YouTube, when are you gonna start uploading, content like that. So, but yeah, I'm here to tell you guys that I'm back now, back to making content, and let's get straight into the video. So, why have I stopped making content? I think this was back in 2023. Yeah. So I had to go back to China to, continue my studies. As you know, there was COVID, and yeah, I had to go back home for a while. And yeah, I started making content like a little bit of time before I left, and then went back to China. I know I did upload one content while I was back in China, but it was more like I didn't really have the time. So at the time, I was back in uni, and as most of you know, like, uni is kind of stressful. You've got assignments, you've got exams, you've got so many things going on, and at the time as well, I was shuffling between, getting a gadget from my friends to like make content and all that. So those are the situations I had at that time. So I couldn't make content. But yeah, I was able to like record 1 or 2 videos while I was there, which that was when I started starting to like get more comfortable and sit down in front of the camera, blog and all that. So yeah, but I didn't really have enough time to like sit down and edit videos. And that's about it. And from there, I progressed towards graduating. Graduated from med school finally, thanks God. Obviously, you guys that know me well enough and those on my Insta page probably yeah, I've graduated since last year. So yeah, I did record that graduation, to be fair, but like I didn't have enough time to like sit down and start editing videos, which I'll probably talk about like as the video goes on. So yeah, in that process, I had to like stop making content at the time, because that was the time of the, that period where like you're trying to figure out what you want to do, like for your next part of your life. So I was at that stage, and I was like thinking on so many things, like where do I go next, what do I do next, and at that point in time, it was a bit rough for me. So yeah, so I had to start making content, and then put YouTube back to one side. Obviously, me doing YouTube is just more like an hobby. It's something I like doing. Do you understand? But like, yeah, if you don't have time and then you have so many things going on, you can't really like make content. So it's a bit hard. So from there, I finally decided, and I can say like I'm in Australia now. I know a lot of people that like follow me, and then that we're talking on a regular basis know this already. Like, so I moved to Australia last year, right after my graduation. Moved to Australia, and then I saw my dad. I haven't seen my dad in about 15 years. So I finally saw my dad last year. Yeah, it was really, really, a good moment for me to see my dad after like 15 years. Most of the time we just talk over the phone, and me seeing him, it made me feel very, very happy. He's someone I've really, really missed. It's someone like I feel like now is the time that I need to spend more time with him. Create memories with him. As much as I haven't, 15 years of your life has been gone, and all this man, all you do is just talk to him over the phone, video calls and all that, crack jokes. So it's much more better to like, see him in person. So so I met him last year, and it's been very good. From there, I've been settling down in Australia, and it takes a lot of time to like settle down. A lot of people tend to settle down like maybe in 2 months, in 3 months, in 6 months. But trust me, a lot of people that tell you like they've settled down in 3 months is absolutely garbage. Like they've lied about that. So got to Australia last year, trying to like, settle a lot of things in terms of like, obviously I did my med school abroad, and I'm coming to a different field entirely, and obviously I knew this before I came as well. Like I have so many things to do, which leads me to the next part of me not being able to like record videos. Like obviously me coming to Australia, I have so many goals in mind. Like I needed to get a job, I needed to like sort out my degree in terms of where I can work, what I can do, what I cannot do. So those kind of things really, really add a lot of weight onto things I was already, battling with. So I couldn't really do that. So I'll give these tips to people that probably like want to come to Australia. Like I think I've had one person or two people text me about coming to Australia in terms of being a medical graduate and then you're coming over here. I would say like if let's say you study where I study, because I went to China to study. So if you went where I went to, what I would say is get your degrees notarized. As for my school, we had this certain person that did all these things. So like it was just that same person. So you use that same person, do an Epic registration, create an EMC website, an account, do that, and make sure your degree is verified. And when you're nominating who's gonna get the verification, you need to nominate Australian Medical Council. And when you do that, you're able to like register for the exam. And mind you, one thing I'll tell you is like you need a lot of time to study for AMC. I'll tell you for a fact, you need a lot of time in terms of like, it's not like your normal kind of exam. You feel like you've studied, but when you get to exam, it feels like you don't even know anything. So yeah, I would say dedicate a lot of time for it, like 6 months, 6 to 8 months. I would say normally people say 4 to 6 months, but trust me. One thing I would not recommend is like you working and then you trying to study. Trust me, it's never good. The pressure is like, I'm not gonna say triple, I'm gonna say times 4, quadruple, yeah. Like quadruple of that pressure on you, because trust me, you've got to do so many things, right? So that leads me to like, yeah, so you've got to like really dedicate a lot of time for it. And after that, you still have a lot of stages to go in terms of like, you've got to like, apply to so many places and all that. And I'll tell you for a fact, like they do look at your experience, they look at your status in the country and so many things like that. So if I were you, I'll look at all these things before I decide to like, move forward with, coming here and all that. So me personally, I'm currently studying for the exam. I can't lie about that. And at the same time, I'm working as well. So it's, like I said, a lot of pressure. And at the same time, I'm doing my master's. So currently I'm doing my master's, Master's of Biomedical Science. So yeah, it's a 2-year program. I just feel like it's a way for me to like get more experience, and obviously I have the, I'm able to publish a paper as well at the end of the day. So it has the research in it. So that's why I took the option. So you never know where things might, go around. So yeah, that's what I'm doing at the moment, and I'm working as well. So yeah, I've been working very hard up to this point. Like things have been very very crazy. I haven't really had the time to like sit down and make content. But one thing I can guarantee is like I'm backing into it. Like I might not be consistent in terms of like maybe I might give you 2 uploads every week, but obviously I'll try and give you like 2 uploads every fortnight, like every 2 weeks, if that makes sense. And from there, like I always give lit content in it. So like that's what we're all about. Like we're making good content. Just sit back, do your seatbelt and get ready for the ride. That's all I can say. But yeah, thanks for staying with me throughout. We started this 2 years ago, and at the peak we had to take a little break, and but what I can say is like we are back and we are here to have fun. Yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. Cheers.